Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna be installing PCV Blockoff pins in your Gen 2 B58. Now, while this is an issue on the Gen 1s, I don't think that they have the same solution. I'm pretty sure you have to tap those head ports. I've seen some Gen 1 stuff on it. I haven't seen any videos of anyone installing the Black Market Race PCV Blockoff pins. They actually just dropped in price, as well as I have a discount code for you guys if you guys are interested in that, 10% off of the 140 that they are right now. You're looking here at all the tools that you need to install this. 18 millimeter, 16 millimeter, 8, E10, E8, E6, T30, adjustable wrench. This is just for those push pin style. You will need an injector removal tool, various wrenches, picks, flatheads, stuff like that. Torque wrenches in 3/8 and 1/4 inch. It needs to be able to go down to 20 inch-pounds. And then you'll also need this wiper arm removal tool. I have all this stuff listed on my Amazon store, links directly to where you can get this exact stuff that I'm using for this install. Now, while this is a super involved install, it is very important that you understand why you are installing these pins. So stock boost levels on these cars is under 20 PSI, and that's perfectly fine for your factory PCV system. When you're running a catch can, you'll usually have that ventilated through the PCV and the CCV. Anything over 25 PSI, you really wanna add the oil fill cap ventilation. And then once you start to get up into the 30 PSI, that's really when your valve cover's in danger. That's when people start to break their PCV systems. That's when their oil catch cans start to fill up. There's a couple videos online of the catch cans filling up. It's because the PCV is damaged. Now it can fail internally, where it's just blowing oil where it shouldn't be and filling up your catch can, or it can fail catastrophically. It can crack your valve cover in half. Now, in order to combat that, that's what these PCV pins are for. Those pins are getting installed right here. And where these ports are, what they're meant to do is suck crankcase pressure when you're not on throttle or in boost. But when you are in throttle, it forces pressure back up through this into this and pressurizes it. So at a certain point, over 30 PSI, the oil cap vent and the PCV and the crankcase ventilation, they cannot vent enough. And we've seen it where the valve cover fails, sprays oil everywhere, huge fire hazard, especially with how hot those turbo temperatures are. It's angled towards the turbo, so it's gonna spray oil that way. You really don't wanna mess with that. Now, anything 35 PSI and up, you'll really see the catch can working. I mean, all the pressure is going directly through the catch can. That's where it's gonna be all ventilated too. Some people report having oil spray in there, but the key to not having that is block off your crankcase ventilation. Now, when you order one of these kits, you'll have the PCV line, you'll have the oil vent line, and then you'll have the crankcase line, which goes to the side of the block down there. You'll be blocking this one off and just running off these two. Now, as you'll see in the video, it's not necessarily a complicated install as much as it's just time consuming, but at the end of the day, it's time consuming, but you're doing pretty much preventative work, so you're not permanently damaging things in the future. If that valve cover explodes and you lose all your oil pressure, there goes your motor. Let's get right into the install here. Alrighty, and this is one of those specialty tools that I mentioned before. This will actually pull the windshield wiper arm off. We need to get both of those off so we can get this rear cowl section. Alrighty, so these windshield wiper arms, obviously two of them, have little caps on them. Just pull those straight off. It's a 16 millimeter, goes right on there. And go ahead and loosen that up. Take that nut off. And then I just got a paint marker and kind of made a line here so I know the alignment of it when I take it off. And then I'll be using this little puller here. Basically just slide this under, get it squared underneath that hole. And I think you guys can kind of see what's going on here. So it'll be pushing down that and pulling up on the outside of it. You can put a 3/8 ratchet in here and get it cranked down. It'll pull that up. That's one wiper arm, and repeat the steps for that one. And then you are good to, on both sides, take off this panel. And now you can also take off this panel. Go ahead and pull the centerpiece off and then remove this back brace right here. After that metal brace is removed, go ahead and remove the 8 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, and then this piece will lift up. Take that off. And then once that's removed, it's kind of just a game of getting all the electronics off of the valve cover. So I actually did most of this in my video with installing these S58 injectors as well as the DS25 pump before I switched back over to the TU pump. So If you want to know how to do all of that, go watch that video. I'll have it linked up here as well as in the description in case you need to reference that. But basically we're gonna be stripping this entire valve cover, getting all the electronics off of it, take out your coil packs, take out your injector rail, and remove all of the electrical connectors like these that are holding onto it, because we'll be lifting off this valve cover, completely taking it off. All right, much cleaner now. No electronics going across all of this. Just move everything off to the side. Make sure that everything is free and clear from the top of the valve cover. Do not forget about the Vanos solenoids on the back. You have two of them on the back here, the exhaust side and the intake side. It's really simple. Just go ahead and grab it. There's a plug on the back side. I'll show you once it's off the car here, but you just do a quarter turn here. You can pull straight off. And that's one of your solenoids. There is a connector on the bottom side, just like one of these connectors. So pop that clear tab, press down and pull off. We got to set down the camera to do this one, but it's the same process for both of them over here. Vanos solenoids are off. I marked them intake and exhaust side, just so I don't forget. Yeah, pretty simple stuff here. These are the retaining clips, just again, quarter twist. I'll show you guys once the valve cover is actually off. But next, go ahead and remove your pump as well as the rails and your coil pack, stuff like that. Get everything else the rest of the way off. If you need a tutorial on how to remove this fuel rail and your injectors, I have an injector video on that, again, linked up here. But gonna skip past that in this video just to keep it simple and short. So I'll get back with you guys once I have all of this stuff off. With the injectors and fuel rail off, make sure not to drop anything in here, obviously. But go ahead and remove all of these E-Torques. They're gonna be E10s, and you have them running on the left side here. Don't forget the one in the back, or two in the back, I think. And then down the middle and up this side as well. And then that valve cover will be ready to pop right off. I'm actually gonna put a diagram up on the screen here. It's a torque sequence for the valve cover, but it shows you where all the bolts are. So just so you don't miss one and start prying in it, break something. Okay, now I believe everything is off. All the bolts are out. We're about to find out though. Let's see if we can't. And a whole bunch of dust just went in there. Great. Feeling like we're stuck on something back there. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's like 80 degrees in here. I think one of the next investments I need to make is an AC for in here. But that is the valve cover off. Looky there. Gonna get all of this dirt and grime and stuff cleaned up really quickly before I even think about doing anything else. Yeah, not terrible. Look on this camshaft here. This is a fuel lobe camshaft. It looks beautiful. I don't see any signs of wear on there, but yeah, let's get all this dirt and stuff cleaned up and then we'll address the PCV pins. Wanted to give a little visual representation of what was happening with the Vanos solenoids. So these, like this, they go in there like this, and then they're a quarter turn this way to get locked in. So that's all you need to do to get them out. It's just quarter turn this way and pull straight out. With all this nice and neatly laid out on the table, I think it's finally time to do our PCV pins. Got all of this cleaned all up. It looks way better. Feel comfortable putting that valve cover back on. Still gonna clean up the valve cover a little bit on the other side just to make sure, but let's get these opened up. Alrighty, and let's get this underway here. So these are billet Blockoff pins. course, from the guys over at Black Market Race. The 3 places these will be going. This is the first one, second, and third. You actually provided a dowel locator. So that just slides onto here. And then the 5mm Allen goes up there. And you simply thread that in. Not this end will go up. This end with the taper on the end, I guess. Go ahead and slide that in. Wiggle it around in there, and then you'll tap it with I'm gonna use a rubber mallet to tap that in. Let's see if I can do this with one hand here. And that looks like it's bottomed out now. Okay. You'll remove the 5mm Allen now. And slide the entire thing off. And it is flush with that. That one is fully installed. Go ahead and repeat these steps for 2 and 3. Just to give you guys an idea, visual here, it's where these are going. And with all 3 pins installed, you are good to reinstall the valve cover. All right, and you are good to torque down the valve cover to 10 Newton meters. So we're running them all down at. Follow that torque sheet from before. I'm gonna put it back up on the screen here. Go ahead and screenshot it. Follow that. I have it written down on a little towel here, but same difference. Next up, need to reinstall these injectors onto the fuel rail so I can get installed in here. So this is kind of where the car sits now. I'm not really gonna go further with putting it back together. You guys will see why in the next video. I have some stuff coming in that requires all of this to stay free and not all put back together. Really excited for that upcoming video. Have a couple really big announcements to make. We're gonna start to turn her up a little bit. I'll just say that. If there's any more products you guys want an install video on, especially from Black Market Race, let me know down in the comments. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions. Make sure to use that code Ethan10 at checkout for Black Market Race. Saves you 10%. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.